Okay, so we're going to expand and simplify with this question. Now, the very first part of this is somewhat new, and the second part is more of a recap of something we've done. We've been working on multiplying brackets that have two terms inside of each of them by each other. Okay? We use something called FOIL method and the rainbow method. Both are the same thing. They're just different ways to remember something. Okay? So, I want you guys to remember your bed mass when going through this. We'll write that out. Hopefully, guys, remember your bed mass. BEDMAS. Okay? In bed mass, we always deal with brackets first. Can I simplify anything in these brackets? No, none of them are like terms. Okay? So I looked in the brackets, I tried. I couldn't do anything. Are there any exponents in this question? No. The next step is doing division and multiplication at the same time. Well, I have multiplication here. I have 3 times x minus 2 times 2x plus 4. Now, in order to do this, I have to multiply a set of numbers by themselves and then that answer by the other one. Okay? And what I mean by that is I want you guys to think back to an old rule here. I'll kind of do it on the side. Let's say we were multiplying 5 times 2 times 3. Okay? Many people will make the mistake in this question here to take this 3 and multiply it to everything in these brackets and then to multiply these brackets together. That's not what we do. And the reason being is think of this rule. If I were to take this here, the first step would be to just multiply 5 times 2, which would give me what? 10. And then I'd multiply that by 3, and I'd get 30, right? Okay. But if I were to do it that way, they're saying take the first term and multiply it by both of the others. Well, then I do 5 times 2 and 5 times 3. That gives me 10 times 15, which would give me 150. A much different answer than before. So whenever you get into questions like this, just think back to simple multiplication or addition or division or subtraction rules, okay? And try to make sense of it. So, also, because of multiplication cumulative property, we can multiply any of these in any order. Okay? I can decide to multiply the 3 by this, or the 3 by this bracket, or this bracket by this bracket. Since we've been practicing the brackets by each other, I'm going to deal with them first. So I'm going to leave the 3 on the outside. Okay? And I'll quickly do the rainbow method. What is x times 2x? Okay? And then x times positive 4. 4x, good. And then we do the other two terms. Negative 2 times 2x. Negative 4x, good. And negative 2 times positive 4. Negative 8. Great. Okay. And we still have minus x plus x. Well, I'm going to, again, go back to my bed mass rules. What's the first thing I deal with? The brackets, the like terms in the brackets. I can simplify them. What is positive 4x minus 4x? 0. They essentially cancel each other out, or create a 0 is what they really do. So now we're just left with 3 times 2x squared minus 8. Okay? Now this becomes a much simpler type question for us. Let's distribute that 3 to both terms inside. What is 3 times 2x squared? 6x squared. 3 times negative 8? Negative 24. Now, this says negative 24, subtract x plus 6. Now, this subtraction sign actually needs to be distributed to both of these terms. Think of it as if there is an imaginary 1. And we're taking that negative 1 and multiplying it in. So we're then left with 6x squared minus 24. What's negative 1 times x? Negative x. Negative 1 times positive 6? Negative 6. Now I collect my like terms. Well, my only like terms are actually negative 24 and negative 6. When I combine those two together, what will I get? Negative 30. And this would be the simplified version of our original question. 6x squared minus x plus 30. Okay? So quite a few different rules there we had to apply. Always keep those old, especially these old multiplication rules in mind if you ever get confused.